You just tuned in to Cut to the Race
2020 edition.
That's right. We've got 2020 vision this season. And what did we just do?
We just went to King of the Hammers.
Yes, ma'ams and sirs. We've just gotten back from King of the Hammers where we've had mixed success.
I would call it success.
Yeah, we...
Success with a downside.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess are we going to go over our recap now?
I mean... Why do we? I mean, they're obviously eager to hear it. They're just sitting there so patiently.
You're on the edge of your seat waiting, I know.
That's right. Let's not keep them waiting.
All right. So we started out qualifying this year. We lined up, felt really solid because we don't have to shift into low. So we were going to gain a lot of time in that qualifying course. So started off the line, went over short bus, down, made a right, was going straight, and a freak accident came about.
Boom.
Our a pin in the... for the tie rod ends actually just sheared off, and one wheel went that way, and
the rest of the wheels went this way.
Yeah. So that kind of ruined our qualifying run. Tacoed the control arms, and we were able to find some, get the pin replaced, and we weren't able to finish pre-running or start anywhere near the front. We started somewhere in the back, but got the car back out, ready to run for... What was it, 8 o'clock? We were out there ready to start the race.
For real. And it was super fast, too. Definitely good on the back end. Got it up and ready to roll like nothing else.
Yep. So we ended up going... what did we do? Started out desert lap 1. No issues at all. Had some steering funk the whole entire time, but we never had any mechanical issues. Just fuel and go. Dropped down back door for the first time. Didn't have any issues. Got into lap 2, things got a little bit more serious. Felt a little clutch slip as we entered. Ended up breaking our wheel off at the axle shaft. Threw that back together, pinched the brake line off. Made it a little ways down aftershock, and our clutch just came apart. What can you do? So, kind of this sums up King of the Hammers. You never know what's going to happen, but car was solid up to that point, and we made it 118 miles, roughly. So,
yeah. I mean, we finished 72nd after the first lap, which isn't too bad. It actually put us in some pretty good company.
Yeah, actually.
You guys want to hear a fun fact?
Fun fact, we actually finished ahead of 2 out of the 3 factory-backed Yamaha racers.
Yeah, fun fact. 2 out of the 3 factory Yamaha-backed racers have been shown to finish behind us.
Yeah. And what else?
Another fun fact. Do you know how cool it would be to be factory backed?
Oh man. Just imagine what we could do with factory backing.
I'm imagining as hard as I can. Anyways.
Yeah, anyway.
What are we going to kick?
We're going to kick off 2020 season!
Woo! We've kicked off 2020 with King of the Hammers, and now we're shifting gears.
Getting ready for our next race, which is looking like Ultra 4's next Western race over at the, what is that? Prairie City race? I don't know, never been there. It's a long way away. Looks like a fun race, though. That's looking like it. That's over into March. And we're going to be working on some other local youth events, which we'll get back to you guys on pretty much as we figure that one out after this recording session here.
Yep. Future reference, it might be good to record the Cut to the Race after we talked about that stuff.
Yeah. Oh well. I want to really give a special shout out to each and every one of our sponsors and partners that helped us go into King of the Hammers and are going to be with us throughout 2020. Starting with Maxxis Tires, who was with us and one of our first sponsors last year. Stepped it up. We're with them again for 2020. We've had 0 issues with the tires. We ran one set of 32s this year at King of the Hammers, and they still look phenomenal. We are going also with Warren again this year. We used the winch this time, probably half a dozen times, getting out of where we were stuck. and it works phenomenal. Their support is amazing. We have a Warn winch now on our recovery vehicle, which we're building up, and it's going to be at every race. And shifting over to factory UTV, which literally saved our rear ends the entire time. I think we use the skid plates almost as much as we use the tires at King of the Hammers, and they're holding up. Some of the pieces are still there from last year. Recluse clutch holding up great. The Recluse function of it, we've had some discs come apart, but that's not a part of the Recluse. Everything's holding up great with them. Blood racing lubricants, keeping everything cool. We've never had engine and transmission temperatures as cool as what we've had since we've switched to Blood. Rugged radios stepped up, upgraded our antennas, and tuned our system at King of the Hammers, and we are in awesome communication throughout pretty much every race. And let's see, Shock Talk, that's arguably one of the most important upgrades we've had going into 2020, is getting true desert racing shocks on our car that can handle the abuse without fade and make our stock YXZ compete with some of these longer travel desert cars. You know, that's pretty impressive to make a short course car compete out there with these long wheelbase desert cars. But Carl over there has made it happen. And also Mark over at Competition LED. Not only does he own Competition LED, which is just phenomenal lighting at the price, that can handle these kind of events, rollovers, and the dust and the water, whatever you can throw at these lights, they take it. But he also did our photography out there. So Mark's a super cool dude. He's a genuine racer, an enthusiast as well, which is great to have that kind of support in racing. You're not just dealing with the corporate America, you're dealing with a racer. So if you're looking for lights, that's the guy I'd go to.
Yeah, for sure.
I guess that wraps up our actual sponsors. Real quick, Mike over at Got Your Six Motorsports helped us get out to King of the Hammers, and we've had some other, mixed support from 520 Side by Sides, and just local support from Benson Youth Movement, and all these guys that help us do a mix sort of things, whether it's racing or youth events, or just getting out to the race. There's a lot of back-end support, so we definitely don't do it by ourselves. Does that conclude today's episode?
I think it does, Tony.
Awesome.
I think it does.
Well, with that being the case, I guess we bid you
We tip my hat to you.
farewell.
Actually, we should tip this hat. It's got a sponsor on it. We tip our hats to you.
I made this for you.
I don't think we can say that. Oh.
Peace.
And one other thing that's pretty important. I really like how you almost said that factory UTV shaved our behinds, because it's like really fitting. You really can't do it by yourself. So
Yes.
I just wanted to point that out.
Yeah. That's one of those things that the viewers can deal without knowing.
Oh. Action.
Welcome in.
Welcome in. Welcome out. Welcome all around. This is Cut to the Race 2020.
Okay. Can we do that again?